watching Fox News at 9. Puro, San Antonio.
As always, it's great to see you tonight. Good evening. I'm Brian Wolf. Well, there's slow change headed our way. Clouds will start building in, so enjoy the sun while it's lasts, because come Friday, our chief right over here, Alex, is saying things are going to change around these parts. We could get our ticket punched when it comes to rain.
You know, kidding. Somewhere like that Friday night time frame is what we're looking at. We've got the weather alert up already for it. So let's go take a look. We've been talking about this for a couple of days now. You got moisture coming from two areas. We're going to show them back to you right now. First of all, we're looking at this region way down here to the south that's really pumping in a lot of that moisture. It's all coming in from the Pacific, and that is going to lower in and pop in the lower part of the glass and put a lot of moisture in. Meanwhile, here's what's coming in from the other direction. We've got this little system there. That's going to be coming our way. That will fire up all that rain, and yes, it will move into Texas. We'll tell you when and how much you could see coming up.
Well, tonight we continue to break down the nearly 600-page Department of Justice review of the law enforcement response to Uvalde's massacre. We've been questioning the damage caused by the misinformation given to families as they tried to find out what happened to their loved ones on May 24th, 2022. Tonight, Fox SA's Matt Roy has some answers.
The failures by all officials on May 24th extend far past the 77 minutes it took to enter the classroom. Communication is used 31 times in the DOJ report, many times between the nearly 24 agencies on scene, but most importantly, the miscommunication between officials and grieving families.
It's horrible enough losing your child, and then this afterwards. This has been hell. You know, just absolute hell.
At 12:06 p.m. on May 24th, communication went out from the district saying, quote, students and staff are safe in the buildings. They were not. An hour later, Uvalde police posted that the shooter was in custody. He was not. During his initial press conference, Governor Greg Abbott had said only 14 died. The number was 21.
At one point, hours after the shooting, an official incorrectly told families waiting for their children at the Civic Center that an additional bus of survivors was coming. It did not.
Instead of just being honest and factual, they led us to believe for hours after that our kids might possibly come back home, but they never did.
On page 198, the report states, quote, it is impossible to measure the damage done by the inaccurate messaging during this incident. That includes the public's trust in their officials and the family's mental health as they grieve their loved ones.
When somebody is in a traumatic situation, the first thing you do is try not to make it worse.
Dr. Jason Miller says it's sad that there's an accepted way to communicate with grieving families due to the prevalence and volume of school shootings. According to the DOJ report, the accepted ways weren't followed.
And by giving people false information, delayed information, information that has not been corroborated by facts, we certainly worsen the trauma.
The report gave 45 different recommendations for agencies to better handle things in the future, so families of future traumatic events don't feel the way Brett Cross and the other families have for nearly 2 years.
And it's been 20 months now, and we still have misinformation and people trying to hide information, and you know, and it's just, have we not gone through enough?
Matt Roy, Fox SA.
Melissa Vega at the live desk. Happening right now, we are continuing to follow a big story we first broke on foxsanantonio.com on your TransGuide cameras as you're driving. There's an Amber Alert that continues to find missing a 14-year-old out of Gonzales and the man investigators believe that she is with. We are also getting new information from the Gonzales County Sheriff's Office tonight. They say that 14-year-old Scarlett Smith was last seen around 11 p.m. last night at her home in the Belmont area in Gonzales County. She's believed to be with 22-year-old Barry Van Mersenbergen. The sheriff's office there also saying that they are believed to be in a tan 2012 GMC Terrain like the one pictured here with a handicapped license plate. Investigators say while Scarlett is believed to be a runaway and went willingly with Barry, she is believed to be in danger. We've also just learned that the 22-year-old, well, he is currently wanted for evading arrest or detention in an unlawful unlawful use of a motor vehicle. If you see them, you are asked to call 911 right away. Ryan?
All right, Mel, thanks for that. Nearly a month after the arrests in connection to the murder of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra, the suspects' court dates have been moved. 47-year-old Mirta Romanos, arrested and charged with altering or destroying a human corpse, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence, had her court date changed to February 20th. 19-year-old Christopher Preciado was charged with capital murder, and his father, 53-year-old Ramon Preciado, was charged with abuse of a corpse. Both had their court dates changed to April 16th. San Antonio City Councilman Mark White's court date delayed to March 26th. White was arrested December 29th for a DWI. The court date was initially set for today, but officials say White's blood draw results haven't come in yet. Since then, City Council voted to censure the District 10 councilman, and he was also removed from committee assignments. Right now, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is looking for a driver who led deputies on a chase on the southwest side. Deputies says they saw a white BMW leaving a motel on Military Drive so fast, he almost caused a crash. The deputy tried pulling them over, but they took off. Officials say they hit a disabled car, then the driver and passenger ran off. Passenger was arrested, but tonight that driver is still on the run. And tonight, take a look at a man accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend. Police say they found Carlos Portillo screaming and covered in blood at an apartment complex off I-10 in Vance Jackson last night. When asked whose blood he was covered in, Portillo said it was his wife's. Police found her body inside with a gunshot wound. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Portillo was arrested and booked for murder. Tonight, we've uncovered a major update in a story we've been following for about a year now. Bexar County authorities have removed dangerous dogs from their owners for the first time in a decade. Fox SA's Amanda Henderson is here to break down what they uncovered. Amanda.
Ryan, uncovering something major is putting it in a minor detail. Out of the 4 dangerous dogs on the county's list, 3 have been taken from their owner, 75%. And they say that owner was not complying with dangerous dog laws. State law gives the owner some time to comply with the requirements, which you see there. It includes the dog to be microchipped, be in a secure enclosure, muzzled when outside, and more. Public Health Director Dr. Andrea Guerrero explains why the dogs were taken.
If someone wants to maintain possession of their dogs, even though they're deemed dangerous, we're okay with that, but you have to comply. We have an obligation to protect public safety.
The dogs could potentially be euthanized if a judge orders it. Bexar County, however, does not have an active dangerous dog registry, but the city does. And I'm going to step aside because this is it right here behind me. You can also find it online at foxsa.com. For Fox SA, I'm Amanda Henderson.
All right, it is a powerful map indeed. Today, the city and the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Commission making a major announcement about the MLK March. They do not plan on rescheduling it. It is the largest march in the nation, canceled back on January 15 due to the icy weather conditions. Commission says they greatly appreciate the San Antonio community and its desire to commemorate the legacy of Dr. King this year and every year.
It's kind of a little struggle because of my rent, my food, my utilities, my phone bill, so it kind of leaves me short on my income.
Local families struggling, people living paycheck to paycheck. What the city is doing to make housing more affordable as low-income families struggle.